I feel like the normal thing for me and any artist to do is to have a lot of stays in different places and experience life, and also try to get their art a really good big platform. Like, this is legitimate ambition, and this is also what I allowed myself. I allowed myself legitimate ambition. I want to live out of my profession, and this is what I'm after. I'm after actually living a decent life out of my profession and being heard and seen and being, I'm not gonna say acclaimed, but getting a space. Getting a space. I've been on a movie set for the first time in my life during my first year at university. I was 19. For me, this was a great timing. I thought that this was gonna be the start. And actually, the film went out. It was in cinemas here in 2022. I was busy improving myself at university and in workshops. I did lots of workshops. So I was busy improving my acting, but I did not get this boule de neige effect where you start and then it gets you something else and then it gets you some, and yeah, and I had very few projects. There was this film also that I was gonna act in, and on the day of the rehearsals, the third rehearsals, we had already started rehearsing, and in the morning the rehearsals were cancelled in Ashrafiyeh, and the explosion happened on that day. So I should have been in Ashrafiyeh on that day, but I wasn't. I very frequently put myself in situations where the situation is so overwhelming that the purpose of it takes over, and that perfectionism doesn't matter anymore, and all my concerns do not matter anymore because the situation is bigger. When I shot Memory Box, it did happen, and this is why I thought it's gonna be that. I thought it's gonna keep being that. I'm confident that I'm not lazy when it comes to my self-limitations, and I'm a very courageous person when it comes to self-limitations, and I'm capable and willing of facing them all, no matter how hard it is. But give me a good reason to. I would rather not compromise on the quality of the projects to earn money. I would rather earn money independently of what projects I take or don't take. I see my ex-colleagues doing roles, and in my head I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I'm not even jealous because I would not enjoy doing it. And this is what this is the idea of not linking my finances to the acting jobs. I came back to Lebanon beginning of February, and in the middle of March there was a big casting event that happens once per year in France, and it's very hard to get your spot, and I opened that page on that day and found a spot, and I directly booked a ticket, and I went back for 5 days, and I was like, for 5 days, I didn't want to rent a place for 5 days, so I was like carrying my bag around from like sleeping at my friends, and I showed up to that audition with my fucking bag, and my fever was, I had fever, I had 39 degrees of fever, and I had lost my voice, and I passed the audition with no voice, and I was about to faint. Honestly, I was very sick, and I showed up, a very sick girl coming from Lebanon with her bag. Yeah, that was very random. I take myself to extremes. Yeah, this allows me some pride in yeah, and also it allows me to give myself credit. for not running away from any challenge that comes in my way. People might misinterpret this anger and thirst as someone who's sitting back and not doing anything, but this anger and this thirst is stemming from the disproportion between the desire and the expression.